Hello people sitting in the house doing today. As everybody knows, Halloween's just around the corner. It's basically Thursday, the 31st of October. So basically it's around the corner, it's just around the corner. Everybody loves Halloween, I'm sure. Especially young people love Halloween, especially the young kids love the Halloween, going out trick-or-treating and whatnot. But sadly Halloween is a very, very dangerous time of the year. And that's because it takes only one or two people to ruin it for everybody. And that's the thing. I'm just here to talk about safety. I would love to see people enjoy it. Like when I was younger, back in the days, what you could say, we had a bit of fun. We went out, went trick or treating. We talked to people. We met with friends. We went to a disco. There was no ethics or anything like that. We just had fun. We just respectful and fun. That's what we did. We had no violence or nothing like that. And nowadays, you see every Halloween, you see somebody either got bet up, or somebody was nearly killed with a firework intentionally. Like, it's very different times compared to back 6 or 7 years ago when I used to be going trick or treating. Back in the day, as they used to say. When God was a gossip, but that's a long time ago. Um, I don't give myself any credit. But it is a very dangerous time of year. And I don't mean to sound like I'm ruining the party or anything like that. Halloween is dangerous, and I'm going to say, the obvious. Fireworks. Obviously, fireworks are very dangerous. Things to be using or objects to be using. Obviously, not the greatest things to have around urban areas, especially built up areas. Big built up areas, not great places to have. I remember a few years ago, somebody let off a firework and flizzed in the air and went into somebody's house and set the house on fire. It didn't end too well for them, to be honest. Big lawsuit over it and everything. So, that's my first advice. If you are going to use fireworks, I'm just appealing because last year somebody got their thumb blown off because some person who was 17 thought it was a good idea to take fireworks off their parents and set it off to show how cool they were. And now they don't have a thumb. So, just to say to young people, stay away. It's for your own safety and it's for your own good. I'm not here to, lecture you. I'm only here to try and perfect things or try and encourage young people, there's better things to be doing than that kind of crack on a Halloween night. Obviously go out and enjoy yourself, completely go out and enjoy yourself because it's the time of year you should enjoy yourself. You never know what can come around the corner next year. And, live the moment, I suppose you could say, but don't, go terrorising. Like there was a thing going around a few years ago where people went to people's houses and started throwing fireworks in the door, which was a very, very extremely dangerous thing to do, especially if you go to your older person's house and you fire a firework in at them. It's not going to end too well. So just to say to people, just be respectful. Like fireworks are dangerous. Bonfires, huge amount of bonfires nowadays. And, it's very dangerous. They are dangerous. People probably say, you're crippling and crying here. No, but they are dangerous. They are dangerous things. Things can get out of hand in a second. People can lose their lives in a second. And obviously going on with discos and dances and everything like that. Obviously drinking and driving will be a big thing too. So I'm just saying to you, especially the teenagers, I'm appealing to them. If you are driving home, if you have a loner's permit or anything like that, better to take a taxi because seriously, the amount of young people who have died, teenagers, middle adults age, suppose you could say 20 upwards. The amount of them have died over the last few years on a Halloween night because they were drinking is unbelievable. And I just say to people, it might take 10 or 20 euros to pay for a taxi home, but it's worth it than ending up in the morgue. And I would just say that to people, the teenagers. And am I thinking of missing anything else? Obviously, it's people going trick-or-treating, especially this is for parents and really children, I suppose you can say. Obviously, Halloween costumes, when I was young, I admit, I wasn't wearing a reflective jacket or anything like that, going down back areas, back lanes. But I would appeal people, wear a band, a small band, like, where's the band I have? So, like, something like this, it would save your life. In the dark, it does save your life. Just having that on your shoulder. It might ruin your costume a bit. But, is it worth it? That's it, is it worth it? Because that could be the only thing that could save you on a back country lane, with no lighting at all. That could be the only thing that save you, and that's the truth. I'm not saying this to annoy people or to bring down people's spirits on Halloween, but it is, you have to think about the safety. Every time you have something, you're going to enjoy or something like that. You have to think about the safety hazards, because we don't know what can happen now. In the next second, this roof could collapse, because it's a possibility. Nobody can say it can't collapse, because anything is possible nowadays. And we should be prepared for my hair's standing on me too, but we should be prepared, and my hair's going to get my wick. We should be prepared for what could happen, and it's just always good to be prepared. So one more big thing, we'll make a video on it in a few minutes, actually, on it, because it does relate to this, and I really have to just iron this out completely to people. Calling the emergency services, either be the guards of the fire department or the paramedics. You see these clowns and these thugs who just don't care for the rescue service and for the people who need it. And they just fake phone the guards, and they fake phone the ambulance, and they fake phone the fire department, just for a laugh, where somebody could be dying on the other side of the county and have no ambulance for them to go to. Somebody could be being bogus, some older person could be terrorised in some part of the county, and there's no guards, because the guards have to respond to a fake car in the middle of nowhere, because some young thugs decided, you know what, we might as well be pile of cunts. And my apologies for the language, but it's true. And I'm just saying to people, think about the people who need it first. And don't call the guards of the fire department unless extremely necessary, because the guards have a lot to be doing, and the fire department has a lot to be doing. Don't call them out for a small pity thing. That's what I'm more or less saying on Halloween night. Or don't fake phone them anyway. Anyway, thank you for watching, subscribe for more, and bye.